Alright, welcome to part 3, and now, let's get right back. So yeah, we created the random2 integer, and now we have to set our second label to the random2, whatever was generated. So, second label, set text, and then, remember you gotta put a blank string, and it'll throw you an error, and then put ran2. Just like that. Now, whatever was generated here is going to pop up in our random2 label. Alright, now we're going to have a nested if statement, which means an if statement inside of an if statement. So, if ran2 was greater than the first ran, and they picked, higher, well, then what does that mean? Well, let's see. So let's think about this. They picked, the random2 was higher than the first random, and they picked higher. That means they guessed correctly, because the second one was higher than the first one. So they clicked higher for the first one, and this one was higher. So they picked, yeah, they chose correctly. So, we'll do win or lose, set text, right, 2 more. So that means they have to guess 2 more right in order to win. Because remember, they have to guess, I think 3 total. So if they've got this one, that means they already got 1, so they just need 2 more. Now finish with this statement. So else if ran2 is less than first ran, and they picked higher. What does this mean? Well, that means they didn't get it, because the second one was smaller, but they had picked higher, but it's actually lower. So that means they lost. So what we're going to do is we're going to say win or lose, set text, and then we're just going to say you lost. Sorry, but you lost. Alright? And then what else do we want to do? Well, we want to make it so they can't play anymore. So Java has a nice little feature, and basically what this allows us to do is disable our higher and lower buttons so they can't guess anymore, which forces them to click the restart button so they can't keep playing even if they guess wrong. So lower, set enabled, and put false. Same with higher. So we're setting enable false, which means we're making it so the button is just basically it's outlined, and you can't click it, you can't do anything with it, it's just there. It's pretty cool. So else if random2 was greater than first ran, and they picked whoa, Jesus, equals they just happen to pick lower. Make sure you spell, if you had it all in caps, you gotta put it in all caps, or you have to have it however you spelled it up in these text strings right here, just so you know. And then, so they did this. That means the second one was bigger, but they picked lower. That means they lost. So, win or lose, set text, you lost. And let's give this one a little exclamation point. And then same thing, just, I'm just gonna copy and paste this because it saves a little time. Disable those buttons so they can't play any longer. So now we only have one more condition, and that is if the random2 is less than the first random and they've clicked lower, that means they won. So else if ran2 is less than first ran and they picked lower, well, then they were right. So lower. Ugh. Alright, we got it. So win or lose, set text, right. 2 more. Perfect. Just like that. And don't disable the buttons because they want to keep playing because they won. So, and now go outside of this if statement right here, and then we want to set the round equal to 2 because they've completed the first round successfully, and now because our if statement relies on this round int to kind of see where they're at. So round is equal to 2. Remember, if they don't get here, it's not going to get set to 2. It's just going to like stop, and it's going to disable the button so they can't do anything. And all I have to do is press restart. And in my restart method, I set the round back to 1, just in case you're wondering how it's going to work. Alright, so now go back to our main if statement. Remember, this is our nested if statements right here. So else if round is equal to 2, which it is right now, if they made it pass, so now they're on the second round, we're going to generate a third random number, and that's going to be called ran3. That's going to be int math.random, and it's going to be by 20 plus 1. Make sure it is. Alright. And then just set the third label to whatever that number was. So alright. Got that. And now I'm pretty lazy, so I'm just gonna copy this and just change a couple things, because I've already explained all the logic behind it, so now all I do is change the numbers. So it's not ran2 anymore, it's ran3. It's not first ran, it's ran2. So now ran3 is higher than ran2, and they picked higher. Well, they won. And same thing here, so 3 and ran2. I don't know why I just didn't call it ran1. I don't know why I call it first ran, but whatever. And you lost, false, false. Ran3, ran2. This is odd. You lost, you lose. Let's make those same. Alright, and same thing here. Ran3 and ran2. Got that? Alright. Now set the round to 3. So if they made it this far, then the round is up to 3. And then what do you think is going to go here? Well, yeah, it's going to be another else if. So now if round is equal to 3. So if they made it all the way to the last one, now this is what we're going to do. So we're going to generate another random number, and it's going to be the ran4, and that's going to be a int, and math.random by 20 plus 1. And why we do plus 1 is what's wrong here? Ran4 is equal to int math.random by 20 plus 1. Okay, well, that was weird. Why we do this plus 1 is because we don't want it to be 0 through 19, we want it to be 1 through 20. Because nobody's going to logically put in a 0, they're just going to put in a 1. It just makes it better. So, and then set the fourth label. So fourth label, and set the text. You should know that. And then blank string and plus ran4. Alright? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now, since we're lazy and we're trying to be time efficient, we copy this again. Actually, that was a bad one to copy. Copy this one because I've changed the I've changed the first ran to like, you'll see. So ran4 and 3. So basically just take the higher one and just take each ran and put it up one. So ran4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. Alright, and now we don't want to set the round back because we don't want it to go back to the 1 because we just want to force them to go to file restart because we don't want to like let them win and just set it back again. I mean, I don't know, it'd be kind of dumb. Oh, and I forgot to fix this. It's write one more for the round 2. Write one more because now we only have one more to do. And now if we're in the third round and we've won everything, that means, well, you won. So you won the game. And same for this. You won the game. Alright. So after all that, let's see here. Yep. After all that, we're finally done with the whole action performed thing. So I'm going to end it here and go to the next video.